Hello, my name's Clark and welcome to my Xbox 360 review. The Xbox 360 has been around now for a good few years and in that time has evolved fantastically to the needs of the consumer. It started out as a gaming console with the options of some basic connectivity with PCs and networks, but never really did so great. Now it's a multimedia powerhouse and, in my opinion, the top of the 7th generation of consoles. With the ability to play DVDs, watch movies, TV and listen to music live from any network PC or Mac, or even a network storage device, and play games too, it has allowed me to enjoy a lot of things I would have previously been limited to watching only on my PC screen. Currently the Xbox comes in 3 flavours: the Arcade, Standard and Elite. The Arcade is the cheapest and most basic option, coming in at around £130, which to me is a great price for what you get. This includes all you'll need to get gaming right out of the box: one wireless controller, 256 meg of internal memory, the standard TV component cable with SCART attachment, Xbox Silver membership, and a disc with Uno, Pac-Man Championship Edition, Feeding Frenzy, Luxor 2 and Boom Boom Rocket. Mine came with a HD cable too, but I don't think it should have been in the box, as well as the network patch cable. Next up, you've got the standard console, simply known as the Xbox 360. This comes with a wireless controller, standard and HD cables, no internal memory, but a 60GB hard drive to make up for it, 1 month's Gold Live trial and a headset. This bundle will set you back around £170, which is still quite reasonable, but with the exclusion of any games as standard might be a bit pricey. But on the flip side, you're getting your headset and hard drive, so it's a coin toss between what you want to do and what you want to play. Finally, there's the Elite system, and to me this is the biggest rip-off, as the only major difference is the colour of the console, controller and headset, and the 120GB hard drive. The system costs around £230 and comes with all the stuff included in the standard 360 box, only it's all been painted black, which personally I think makes it look like a VCR, and a very ugly one at that. It also boasts a premium HDMI cable, although personally I couldn't see the difference between this and the standard HD cable, but I guess that's why they call it the Elite. This console is bundled with no games and a silver account with the 1 month gold trial again, which to me seems a little unfair. The deal clincher on this one would have been a year's free gold, then it would be value for money. Out of all 3 choices, I would recommend the Arcade console purely for the built-in memory, but it does depend on how much you want to spend and how good you are at spotting accessory bargains. When opening an Xbox Live account for the first time, you're prompted to choose an avatar from one of 8 random selections that most closely resemble you. Then you're taken to the avatar customization screen where you can fine-tune the features, clothes and accessories of your virtual self. This avatar will be your new identity online, as when you're in a party or an avatar-enabled game, it's the person that will be waving and making odd gestures to the other people in the game. Personally, I like the avatars. They give you something to mess with when you're just online for a chat with your buddies, but sometimes they can be quite annoying, as they tend to appear on a lot of the fins in the dashboard. Admittedly, we did get there first with their Wiimis, but Xbox version are far more detailed and have a higher level of customization. They are great fun for the younger gamer, but more of a sideshow for the mature amongst us, although every now and then I will change mine to Princess Leia's hair, a white toga and makeup, and start quoting Star Wars while playing Uno with my mates. Xbox Live Arcade has grown well over the years and now boasts a massive back catalogue of games to download and play right off your chosen storage device. With hits such as Sonic the Hedgehog, Pac-Man, Bomberman and Worms, you can happily immerse yourself in nostalgia, and with the added bonus of online play, the oldies have been pulled into the new console generation gracefully. The one downside to me is the price tag that comes with them. Most arcade games will set you back anywhere between 800 and 1200 Microsoft points, which is the equivalent of £6.80 and £10.20 respectively. The recent release of Banjo-Kazooie had me waiting with bated breath, but the 1200 point price tag put me off immensely, only actually buying it when I received a 2000 point gift card as a prize in a local competition. The main reason I don't like the price tag is that I've already paid $34.99 for a year's subscription to the Live service. I don't see why I should have to spend any more money on virtual product. Xbox Live is a fantastic online subscription service that allows you to play against other people around the world. Most games now come with some kind of multiplayer feature, and with hits such as Gears of War and Left 4 Dead involving cooperative online play, it's not surprising how popular Xbox Live is. Recently, Microsoft released a whole range of new features for the 360 dashboard, including the Live Party. This system allows you to chat to your friend list in groups rather than one-on-one. Personally, I think this should have been added at the very start, but I'm glad it's in there now, as most of my evenings are spent sitting in a party staring at waving avatars as I babble away to my mates. You've also got the option in some games of dragging your party into an online match at the click of a button, whereas before you'd have had to open the game and then invite your friends one by one. There are some downsides to this feature though, the main one being the hefty price tag attached to the gold account. $39.99 by default, but with some searching you can find it £5 cheaper from sites such as play.com. This cash injection allows 13 months of unlimited online play, which is great and works out at around £3 per month, but I fail to see why we should lay down yet more money after splashing out £130 on the console, £30 on the controllers, and then £30 plus on the games, unless you're wily like me and use eBay religiously to never pay more than £5 per game. Another downside of the live feature is the amount of hooting morons you come to meet as you're shotgunning your way through No Mercy Hospital or sniping terrorists in Call of Duty 4. With it being a fully live system, when you're in a game and not in a party with your friends, you're exposed to a lot of childish behaviour, such as abusive language, racism, and the infamous teabagging. This can all be avoided over time by using the Avoid This Player feature. Honestly though, I have met some decent people while playing online. They aren't all that bad, and some are actually really cool and great fun to play with. As some people don't really like playing online, Microsoft have provided two options for their live accounts. There is of course the more popular Gold account, which as I've already said comes with a price tag akin to buying a game, and the Silver account, which allows all the same features as the Gold account bar the online play. You can still build your avatars and chat with friends in parties, use the marketplace and download content, including arcade games and demos, and spend your Microsoft points, but the buck stops there. I think the Silver account was put in because a lot of games are very internet heavy on both content and updates, and the console seems to rely on a steady stream of internet food and really doesn't like being offline. A good side to the Silver account is that you can compare achievements with friends still, and they occasionally have Gold weekends, which allow anyone with a Silver account to experience Gold for a few days. Now, I honestly don't know if the Xbox was specifically designed for this, but it does it so well, and that's connecting to multiple network devices, allowing media such as movies, music, and internet TV to stream through it into your living room, or wherever you've got your Xbox set up. The built-in Windows Media Center works okay-ish with basic media such as MP3s, Windows movie files, and most AVIs, and has a basic but very clunky interface that takes a long time to load, especially if you've got a large media collection. The problem with this is that it doesn't support a lot of the more recent compression rates such as DivX and Xvid. An update was released a while ago for this, but still doesn't support so many of my media files I gave up. But with some googling, technical know-how and a little bit of luck, I found T-Versity, which supports all my media, has a fast and simple interface and works 90% of the time, and as an added bonus, it's totally free to download. So I can sit in the living room watching my shows without the hassle of getting up to change mediums. Microsoft have recently released a new variation on the Xbox memory storage, the 120GB hard drive, which comes as standard with the Elite console but will set you back around £60 to £90 if bought on its own. I would guess the main reason for this is the recent addition to the dashboard, which allows you to install games onto the hard drive, reducing console noise to next to nothing, decreasing loading times, although I'm yet to see that at all, and apparently extending the life of the box by up to 3 years. I acquired the 120GB hard drive from a friend who had a spare, and I must say I'm very happy with it. Silent consoles are a joy to behold, and even though you still need the disc in the drive to play the games, it's nice not to hear it spinning all the time, especially in atmospheric games like Silent Hill and Fear. You can also save various media to the drive, such as music, videos and games from the marketplace. With the release of the new Jasper chipset, apparently removing the Red Ring of Death issue, which was the cause of tears among many of the 360 users, Microsoft have updated the arcade console to include a 256MB memory unit built in, and I'm happy to say that this little beauty has been a godsend. Copying game saves from one hard drive to another is so much simpler with the built-in memory, and it means you can now play and save right out of the box, instead of dropping another £20 to £90 on another optional accessory. The Xbox 360 really is great for the HD gamer, offering 480i, 480p, 1080i and 1080p formats to game in, and a really robust HD cable, which even though is not advertised as being included in the base console, I got one in my arcade box. Not sure if this is the standard now, but it's great as the cable alone costs around £30. Gaming in crystal clear visuals really is a sight to behold and increases the enjoyment factor by a million. Coupled with a surround sound system and a massive HD TV, and you're almost in the games. I can't fault Microsoft on the system's ability to deliver the visual candy, but the problem comes when you want to downgrade to component using 50Hz. Most games now, including a lot of the arcade games, will only play at 60Hz, so if for example you want to play your Xbox on an older TV with no HD input and no 60Hz support, you're limited to a very small number of games. The baffling thing is that Banjo-Kazooie used to be a 50Hz game on the N64 and now only supports 60Hz on the Xbox. A small niggle I know, but if they could sort this out then they would have a perfect system for the gamer without HD.